Today we're back with a Diablo video for you. I have our boy DM Diablo with us here on the channel today, and DM, you haven't slept. It's been a while. You've been thinking about your plans. You've been kind of talking with me about what you're planning on doing regarding Diablo Immortal and Diablo 4, and I thought it would be an important thing for you and I to get on the channel right here and to talk about it with my community. What are you doing? What have you been planning for? I mean, Diablo 4 is going to be launching in just what, 2 weeks or so? What have you been up to? What are you excited about? Where do you sit with Diablo Immortal? I guess first of all, what have you been doing for the last 24 hours or so?
The last 24 hours?
Yeah.
I have been basically kind of studying builds. I'm going to be playing the Druid when Diablo 4 comes out, and I've been trying to figure out exactly the best path for builds. So I've been kind of trying to learn about the Druid lately.
Okay, why the Druid? Is it because it's a class you never were able to play in Diablo Immortal? Is it just a class you were always excited about? Like, why did you choose that class and not maybe the Necro or the Barbarian, which you love in Immortal?
Well, I played Druid in WoW.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I played Frostmade Jaw, so I played a bunch of them. But Druid was like my primary favorite one, and I kind of missed playing the Druid. So I knew I wanted to play for D4, and then when I saw there's shape-shifting, I always thought the shape-shifting druids were really fun. So that's kind of what I wanted to do, and I'm trying to make it work. And luckily, it seems like that build's actually going to be pretty decent if the theory crafting's correct.
All right, so you kind of went with one that you think is going to be good, a play style that you like and maybe haven't played in a while. I get it. So I guess everyone here is asking two questions. The first question is, how did you enjoy... we just had another testing phase. I know that you were a little away during some of this testing phase that weekend where people could play Diablo 4, but I know you got your hands on it a bit. What were your thoughts on it this time around? I saw you have a video out that said something about the Necromancer and it not being very good.
Oh, you're talking about the Server Slam.
Yeah, Server Slam.
So I played the Server Slam for only one day.
Mm-hmm.
I got busy over the weekend, but it was... I felt like the same. I'm gonna be honest, I felt pretty much the same. I know there was supposed to be some changes. The Necromancer felt terrible. If you're the reference you made to the Necromancer, yeah, I did a video talking about the minions. But then the cool thing about that was everyone basically agreed it felt terrible. But it ended up getting hot fixed, and they buffed it literally during the Server Slam. So and then after the minion buff seems to be a little bit better. So it's kind of cool to see that it's going to be a fast response. But I'll be honest, the second Server Slam I didn't really play it that much because I played a lot. I played 91 hours during the first weekend betas, and I was feeling pretty grinded out. Like I had put in my time. I'd maxed all the characters, even maxed some of the classes like multiple times with full legendaries and all that. So I'd kind of seen what Act 1 had to offer, and I'm kind of waiting for the game to come out at this point.
I get it. I mean, if we compare this to Diablo Immortal, like technical alpha, closed alpha, beta, at some point when all your stuff gets wiped, it's like, man, I'm playing the same thing over and over again. I get what the game is about. I'll test it a little bit, but I really don't need to spend, 100 hours inside of the game during this quick weekend. Or actually, that's not possible. You know what I mean. All right, so yeah. The other question that people are asking, and I think to summarize, you're really excited about D4. You were a little burnt out from grinding the same thing all over again. You know what the game has to offer. You're excited about it. What have you been doing with Immortal, though? I think a lot of people are going to be asking that question. Like, what's your plan there?
Waiting pretty much. We got the next update coming, and besides keeping up with server Paragon level, the only thing there really is to do is do the weekly raids, and it's that or just grind combat rating. And I'm not really feeling like grinding another 1,000 combat ratings just sitting around right now. So I'm just kind of waiting on the update. I'll play the new class, and that's probably when I'll start grinding again. It looks like the data mines are saying there's going to be new hell difficulties and all that. So just kind of not even doing my dailies, just maybe a little bit of overworld farming, and that's pretty much about it right now. It's not going to be more than like another week or something. It's supposed to be beginning of June, I think, is when we're going to see the anniversary update. So we'll see what comes with that, because it looks like there's supposed to be some pretty major updates coming.
Yeah, I mean, we have some new Heliquary bosses, 6 of them, most of which we're probably not going to be able to participate in because of the combat rating requirements for it. The new class, which obviously you're going to want to go to. I mean, I'm going to miss my Barbarian, though. I've been absolutely in love with my Barbarian lately. I don't want to switch class, but I will when the Shadow Knight does launch, and we're going to have a new zone to take a look at as well. I will say, though, when I launched my new Call of Dragons channel like a month and a half ago, I didn't quit Diablo Immortal, but I grinded it a heck of a lot less. I took that time and I put it into the new game, the new channel. And I was like, I don't know, 30, 35 Paragon behind Paragon level. And I caught right back up. Like as it sits right now, I'm only 8 behind. And I was 4 behind on Saturday. I just had some stuff to do yesterday. So you'll be able to catch yourself up. No problem whatsoever. That's a nice feature about Diablo Immortal. And you're right. I don't think you're missing much. You're just missing your grind. That's it.
Yeah, you miss plenty though. Like basically the secondaries, the blacksmith upgrades, and the warband heblow. Like those are it feels like those are really the parts of the game that if I don't grind those every day, then I am definitely going to be just significantly behind. And I don't really want to do like the 16 hours every day grind that you kind of got to do in order to get all of them. So I just don't.
16 hours.
And I ended up having like the just the bare minimum bonuses, because I mean it caps out at a certain point in PvP anyway. So I've let that ship sail. I haven't really worried about it, especially because if that fair PvP mode comes that the data miner was talking about,
yeah,
that's actually a thing. Who cares anyway? They might actually let your secondaries do something, but maybe not. I mean, it looks like the gear and all that's picked for you. Maybe they'll let you bring your set items in. I don't know, but if that's going to be an actual thing, then who cares anyway? As long as you can do the PvE, content, I'll be good.
No, that would be huge if that actually comes. I mean, we've been talking about that forever. That would be really nice to the game. I don't know how whales and big spenders will feel about it because less people will be playing, the battlegrounds and stuff like that. But we'll see. I'm excited about it. I guess the last thing that we want to just say is, what are your plans? You're doing all this research right now. You're preparing for D4. So I would assume from hearing that you're planning on covering it. Now, I know that in the past you've talked about where you're going to cover it. Are you going to cover it on your Darth Microtransaction channel, on your DM Diablo Immortal channel? What's your plan? Because everyone over here, I know that everyone on this channel already knows you most likely. If you guys don't know him, check him out. I'll be linking it in the description of this video. It's DM Diablo Immortal. He covers Diablo games every single day. So what's your plan? What are you planning on doing?
Well, I'm probably going to stick to the thing I've always said, which is when the game's up, so it was like during the betas I made videos on. When the game's up, I'll make some videos on it. So when comes launch month here on I think June 1st is the very earliest in the world you can get your hands on the thing. I'm going to be live streaming it probably on YouTube. I'll do that on launch day, no doubt. I'll definitely make some guides and some basic tutorials. I imagine 5-10 videos or something on some guides and stuff. And I'll keep covering the Immortal news. Like I said, I don't really imagine that I'll get uninterested in the Immortal news, and there seems to be a pretty good amount of it. So that's kind of where that's about 80% of what I do, it seems like, on this channel lately anyway. So I'll probably just keep covering the news and do some builds and stuff, and bring people on, do some interviews. And I'll definitely, the month that D4 comes out, I'll be grinding D4 primarily, no doubt, because I'm going to want to play Druid, and I'm going to want to max it out and see what the game feels like and see the story and all that. So I'm going to do that, and if it's enjoyable, I'll keep going. Otherwise, I'll probably just continue to cover Immortal mainly.
Okay, so you're going to give Diablo 4 a fair shot, see what it has to offer, see what your audience thinks, and see what you think about it, and cover some Diablo Immortal in the meantime. I like the idea, man. I wish you the best of luck. I think that D4 is going to be great. I mean, there's a lot of people that are excited about the game, so hopefully you crush it over there. Continue doing some Immortal. Don't be left behind. And I appreciate you coming through. If you want to check out DM, his link is in the description of this video. Go show some love on his latest video. We'll see you guys later on today with another video.